Okay. All right. I hope that I'm getting this right. And can anybody hear me? I'm waiting since this is the beginning of my live stream. I don't know if the light, I've got to figure out the lighting system, if it's too bright. Um, uh, all I can say is, right now, I doing what I wanted to do was start beginning to go back to the very week before Nancy Guthrie got to missing. Uh, this is my first time of live, so I hope everybody understands that it's not going to be perfect, far from it. But I do hope that I can get some pointers from some of my friends. Let me check and see if I'm supposed to do anything here. I don't know. Hold on. I don't know what that highlight video, it seemed like it come on actually better. The picture seemed clearer, but what I wanted to do tonight was get a little reading possibly on let's see which cards I was going to do tonight. First, before we do this, I want to do my sage. And anyone out there that I possibly posted earlier that it was true crime investigator, it's midnight true crime investigator. So let me check this button here. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay. I'll try to figure it out as we go. But I'm going to go with the Terra beginners to start off with. This is I'm not sure exactly how you spell this, but it's the Tarotike, Easy Terra. And then hold on a minute, let me get them out. Okay, let me get my hair out of my eyes. It's called the SMOOSTART, if you can see that. I've got to make sure I get my hair out of my eyes. Okay, let's get all the negativity out of the air. Get the sage burning here. Okay, hold on here, a little bit hot. Let it cool off a little bit. Let's get the smoke around I need to light it a little bit more. Okay, let's get the negativity out of the air here and out from around the cards. And during this, I want to also say this is for entertainment only. Whatever said and did has no reflection on any kind of legal actions or anything that anybody that may be said or brought out or whatever. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit, we welcome you, Holy Spirit. Okay, let me take and get this out. All right. These are brand new cards, so have patience with me as far as shuffling them. I have an easier time when they're new like this and doing them a different way. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Let me get you propped up here so we can figure out what's going on here. I've got to get them out and get them loosened up. They're brand new, so hope everybody's evening's going well. Until I get used to them and get them broke into. They're so slippery. Some of them is so slippery. Okay, the question we're going to right now and asking is what in the week of Nancy Guthrie's missing, what was happening? I mean, can you show us cards? What was happening with her during the week of her missing? Before the night she was started missing. Okay, the bottom card, the bottom card, if you can see it, is the Emperor. It says power, status, loyalty, the motives for success, achievement, the respect, and the stability, ruse, dimension, rational thinking, ambition, caution, and get promoted in career. So it seems like right here that Nancy was sort of wondering about the power and the status and the loyalty, the motive and achievement for success and the respect of stability. Was she getting the respect of stability that she felt like? She was rational thinking and cautious. Cautious. Okay. The next card is King of Swords, exploitation, prejudice, sarcasm, selfishness, cruelty, dishonesty, poor judgment, suspicion, manipulation, tyranny, desire for power, and revenge. So that card right there is showing us, can you see it? Let's see if I can. Okay, right there. I'm trying, y'all have to have patience with me when you do see this. I'm trying to make sure that you can see all these cards. Okay, so we have the Emperor. Okay, upside down also. The Emperor's upside down. So she was seeing some sarcasm, selfishness, and cruelty and dishonesty towards her, some poor judgment and suspicion, and malicious manipulation. So somebody there was trying to manipulate Nancy. Okay, let's see what we have here. We have the Hangman upside. Okay, in the week, going in the week into her missing, the Hangman shows up. Materialism, rigid thinking, unsatisfied, relentless, lack of effort, useless, stuck in the present state, unwilling to give up the past, and excessively suitable. So, where can we go with this? Rigid thinking, unsatisfied, relentless, lack of effort, useless, stuck in the present state, unwilling to give up the past, and excessively suitable. Okay. So we've got the Knight of Swords upside down. The Knight of Swords upside down. Okay, that's presumptuous, impulsiveness, quarrels. So Nancy was quarreling with somebody. Somebody was being selfish with her, impatient with her, giving her bad advice, being bossy, persistent, blind faith, discreet thinking, and aggressive and oppressive and violent behavior towards Nancy. Okay, so we've got that. So what's the next card? And all these cards seem to be coming upside down for this reading. All right, we have Okay, we have the the Five of Swords. We have the Five of Swords, drama, conflict, and loss. So we have that. Let's set these up here. Okay, and our fifth card. The Four of Swords. Rest, positivity, quiet moments. Take a break, need to innovate, restore health, rest, time out, calm, relieve stress, inactivity. So this card is showing that Nancy needed rest. She needs some quiet moments. Okay. So we've got the heart card, the Three of Swords in the heart, which means sadness, heartbreak, and pain. Let me see if I can fix this a little bit more. Okay. So we see she was battling with someone. She seemed to be needed to take, and she had some sadness and heartbreak and pain. Okay, what's our next card? Okay, we have the Justice card upside down. Balance, perception, objectivity, unfairly invocation, lost balance, loss, wrong decision, persistence, conflict, intolerance, illegal actions, manipulation, and loudness. So somewhere right here is telling us with this Justice card upside down that there was some injustice going on that week before. Uh, I'm trying to fix it where I can see. Hold on a minute. Hold on 1 minute. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, hold on 1 minute so I can give me a minute. Like I said, I'm not used to this, so y'all give me a minute. Thank you, Lord. Okay. Okay, let's pull another card here. Okay, we have the upside down. We have the upside down. Now, card number 5. Let's see what card number 5 is in here. Hold on a minute. Card number 5. The Hierophant. The Hierophant represents an Orthodox religious figure. He wears the crown of the Pope on his head and holds a scepter in his hand and makes a blessing gesture for the seekers. He is the leader of a cult symbolizing unity. He's the bridge between heaven and earth. Okay, so the Hierophant Also, upside down brings loss, departure, and sadness. Hopes and opportunities rekindle, and love. Good news, acceptance, new relationships, restore an old relationship. Okay. All right, let's go to the next card. All right. We have let me get my guidebook out here. The Emperor. We have the Emperor upside down also, which means restlessness and boredom. I'm gonna give these a few more shuffles here. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Shows that Nancy was a trustworthy woman. Nancy was being manipulated and mistreated and had lost confidence in her week before missing. Okay, let's see what our next card is. Okay, we also have the upside down. Upside down. Let's see, hold on a minute. Let me get my guidebook. Nine. Upside down. Okay, this card represents lucky Jupiter, now in Adelaide Pisces. The Nine of Cups represents good fortune, wealth, joy, generosity of spirit. Okay, so since it's upside down, we've got cannot be satisfied, frivolous self-indulgence, unrealistic dreams, arrogant, greedy, superficial, hollow, and financial loss and abuse. So this card is showing right here that Nancy in the week before missing was suffering loss and abuse from someone then. Okay, what's our next card? The Sun upside down. The Sun upside down. Little joy, partial success, happiness changes, so must be sad, late success, but full of surprises, complicit and achieving success. So possibly Nancy in the week before, whoever was doing this abuse and this selfishness and all towards Nancy, Nancy was, looks like through her sadness and everything, was getting a little joy and a partial success, and that could be when she went to her attorney. So let's see what the next card's going to bring. Okay, hold on. the hood. The hood. This is the hood. The Eight of Cups. Uh, the astrology connection, the Eight of Cups and Saturn, Pisces, and all. It's the hood. The Eight of Cups, upside down, refuses to move forward, clinging to the past, afraid of the unknown things, avoid personal development, hard to make a commitment. So right there, she had confusion going on in her life of that week ahead. She was suffering pain. Uh, let's go on. Let's see what the next card was. The Moon card, upside down, fantasy, dreams, and crisis. Beneficial changes, clear thinking, clarifying the matter, ending the clutter, deceiving, daydreaming, health concerns, self-doubt, and dangerous warning. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my goodness. So therefore, right there, it shows that she's thinking clearly. She's thinking clearly. She's being deceived and has health concerns and self-doubt, and a dangerous warning has come to her. Okay. So what we got next? The Star. The Five of Stars. No. The Seven of Stars. Hope, guidance, inspiration, and it's upside down. Good fortune, optimism, enjoyment, confidence, comfort, happiness, health, protection, restoring wisdom, creativity, and well-being. I think right there is when she started getting her mind on going to her attorney and discussing some that possibly is going on, and she was going to change. So let's go to our fifth row right here. Okay, we have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is celebration, abundance, family, and friendship. But upside down, it means to betray, excessive, harmful, addicted, drunken, obsessity, sex without love, whining, selfishness, problems in marriage, infertility. So obviously she was being betrayed. Right there, the week ahead, Nancy already felt like, or this was happening, that she was already being betrayed, and they were someone whining, they were selfishness, and there was a problem in marriage. So we know her husband passed away, so who else could be the marriage? Okay, the next card is the Two of Cups, upside down, which means contradiction, arguments, refusal, disharmony, hatred, separation, determination of partnership, confused relationship, and unrequited love. So right there in the week ahead, there were argument going on, refusal, disharmony, hatred, separations, determination of partnerships, confused relationships was going on. That's what our next card's going to be. The Ace of Cups, upside down. lost your love, relationship problems, unhappiness, loneliness, separation, sadness, suffering, pain. Okay, that's what's going on right there. Okay, what's our next card here? Okay, this card is straight up. It's the, let me check my book right here. Six. Hold on. Okay, this card is the three people in the picture have their backs to us, indicating they are determined to go to their destination, and the ship has already set sail. The determination to move forward is to stay away from disputes and temporary peace. So we have got this card straight up. What did I say this was? This is moving forward. Whoever this is, it's either happening to Nancy or this is Nancy, but it shows three people. So there are three people that's causing this confusion in Nancy's life, and they're reconcile, they're calming down, smooth sailing, resettlements. Oh, because they're resettling somewhere, they're leaving. A beneficial change to relieve stress and get rid of conflict or difficulties and go with the flow and travel. Oh, could that be T and A? Do we know? There are three. Okay, this is upside down. The HIEROPHANT, the Hierophant, upside down, unorthodox approach, battered by stubbornness, materialism, extreme rigid orthodox, denial of tradition, distortion, divination of information. Okay. Right now, let's get these up. So the week before, let me pull this a little bit closer. So now we know that the week before Nancy went to missing, by what we're seeing here, and it'll take me a while to learn and be able to explain the cards better to you. But what it looks like to me is Nancy had some sadness, pain. It was like not pain, physical pain, but pain from whatever someone was doing to her, whoever was doing this to her. She was having pain from that. So, and there was people trying to influence her. Let's go to this next deck, and then I'm going to end it. Because like I said, it's going to take a little while, and I've got to learn more, y'all. But I did want to get on here and see if I could do this. Okay. let's sage these up too, because these are brand. All this is brand new. I've not used it. I said I was going to come on here, and I have a real good friend online, Anna, uh, Intuitions, Tara, that I watch, and I try to learn a lot from her. I just met her online, and a few of her viewers, CYNW, a lady that's on there, and I gave her the wrong web address to subscribe. So Anna's supposed to be on in a little bit again. Let's get the negativity out of the air. But let's try one more time and see what we got going on here. And like I said, I've got to learn how to set this up. There are a lot of things in this that to do it live, you got to learn it live. And like I said, I'm just learning the cards also, but I felt a very strong urge to do this. So we know the week ahead before she was missing, there was already conflict. She had already been hurt, not physically, but through deception of other people. Who these other people are, several people's already named them. Since I'm just getting started, I'm not going to jump into that yet. So let's get these started here. Hold on a minute. Okay, what I'm wanting to ask the cards now, which we've already been answered, was Nancy being harassed by anyone before she went to missing, and the cards just told us that answer. She was. And it also answered, was Nancy upset over anything going on? And she was. And now let's ask this last one. Was Nancy making plans to change with her lawyer before she went to missing? I'm going to have to get these cards. Okay, let's see what's on the bottom. The star card. See, I got to get used to the star card. Upside down, arrogance, stubbornness, illness, error in judgment, restructuring and desperation, and abandonment. Okay, so let's see what we got going on. All right, let me pull it down so y'all can see. All right, our first card is the Five of Swords. Upside down, acting with caution will show you who to trust. Peaceful resolution, moving forward, compromise, communication, and end of conflict. So there shows that's one thing that she was discussing with her attorney right there. That shows she was discussing a change right there. Okay, what's our next card? Death card. Oh, we have the death card. So the death card here, complete transformation, willingness to break with the past, death and rebirth, the end of something beneficial, change, unexpected, deep cleansing, and liberation and renewal. So there proves right there when she was going to her lawyer, she was getting ready to do a change. She was going to do a change right there. That's what she went to see her attorney for. Let's see if I've got these right. Hold on. Okay. All right, what's our next card? Okay, 7 of Wands upside down, outward. Complication, difficulty, insecurity, fear, admitting defeat, ill will, and false appearance. So she was having a complication, according to this, with her appointment with her attorney. There must have been a complication that she was letting this attorney know there was a complication and a difficulty of insecurity and fear, admitting defeat of something that obviously she'd already did, and that there was ill will involved and false appearance. So someone Nancy was realizing had what would you say, had tricked her, falsely talked her into something, and she realized it. Okay, we have the 10 of Cups upside down, which proves loss of friendship, misunderstanding, quarrels with the family, broken home, lack of security and stability, and betrayals. So see, this is one of the things she went, obviously, to this attorney, because I've asked the cards what was going on with the appointment with the attorney, and this was something she was speaking with her attorney about. I'll show you the card. Let's see, can you see it? Upside down, the 10 of Cups. So obviously, it was loss of friendship, misunderstanding, and quarrels within the family, broken home, lack of security and stability, lack of security, and betrayals. So obviously, this is one of the things she spoke with her attorney about when she went to see him. Okay, the next card is the 4 of Wands, upside right. Celebration, unity, family, homecoming, reunion, party time, success, achievement, stability, prosperity, peace, harmony, surprises, parties, events, and weddings. So obviously, with her attorney, she felt good. She felt good leaving her attorney. Help me understand this. Let me go. I don't have the book on that. I'll have to get me a book on this. But it does have the yes answer on there. When I did ask, was she feeling better when she left her attorney, and explained to him the confusion, the brokenness, she had been taken advantage of, Obviously, when she left her attorney, she was in a better mood, and that's right. That night she went to missing, there was a celebration. Her birthday. She was united with family that night. There was a party. It says party time success. Okay, let's see what our next row says. Okay, upside down, the Two of Towers. The Two of Towers upside down, winning freedom at a great cost. False accusation, oppression, punishment resulted from excessiveness. Okay, see what our next card's going to be. Knight of Wands, straight up. Impulsive, seeks immediate results. Ambitious, goes on an adventure. Active, fiery, energetic. Negotiator, loves a challenge, has a mission. Passionate and spontaneous. So who could that be? Who could that be? And she just went to the party, and this card comes out, Knight of Wands. Okay, our next card, Knight of Pentacles, straight up. Patience, unexpected source of income, focused on work, committed, stable, reliability, trustworthy, hardworking, time to heal our wounds. But in the reverse, it shows foolishness, lazy, carelessness, clumsy man, stagnation. Life has become a routine. Okay. Our next card is the Judgment card. Upside down, indecision, weakness, doubt, wrong judgment or decisions, illness, separations, adverse court opinion, malicious garbage, deferred decision. Okay, so right there we have the day she went to the lawyer and had her party. They started obviously off as a reunion and ended up into something different than what it was supposed to be. And undoubtedly, they ended up being confusion and indecisions and weakness and doubt and wrong judgment, illness, separation, adverse court opinion, which could be if Nancy had spoke with her son-in-law and daughter, their opinion of the court, they had an adverse, malicious gossip decision, and the decision was deferred. So therefore, the lawyer and Nancy couldn't conclude what Nancy had went and spoke to him about. Okay, the next card, the Six of Cups, upside down, letting go of the past, focusing on the future, maturity, growing up, and leaving home. So could this be Nancy? Could Nancy be making plans with the lawyer, focusing on her future, and leaving her home? Maybe she was getting ready to put the home up for sale and leaving it. Okay, let's see what our next card's going to be. Seven of Pentacles, straight up. The result of our efforts, rewards, results, harvest, benefits, planning, and planning, patient perseverance, inheritance, inspection of ideas, growth, and nutrition. So obviously on the Seven of Pentacles, let's see, the Seven of Pentacles, result of effort. It looks like that possibly the night, maybe possibly at the party, the family resented Nancy because she was making different plans and leaving her home. And the result of the work that A&T had done, says that without expecting material retribution, poor business or financial management, not finishing what has been started. Okay, so let's see what the next card says. We have the Three of Cups upside down. Excessive in eating, drinking, or sensuality, unbraided pride, and sex without love. Celebration. Here's the celebration card. So there's the celebration of the birthday, the night she went missing that morning. Then we have the Queen of Cups, intuition, sensitive person, deep feelings, emotion of the surface, neutering, motherly, bringing emotional relief, near future events, and hidden interests, compassion. So obviously, Nancy was a compassionate person, but near her future events, which possibly was at that attorney, she had some hidden interest from the family. Okay, we got the Ten of Pentacles upside down. Okay, here we go, Miss. Here we go, upside down. Misfortune in the family, loss of inheritance, beware of adventurous projects. So there you go. There's where the confusion at the party happened the night that she went missing early in the morning. Misfortune and the family loss of an inheritance. So see, that's what Nancy went and talked to the attorney about, as the cards is explaining. Nancy had on her mind to move on, change things that had been the way they were. She was changing all this, and the family misfortunate wasn't going to be able to come into what they thought. The Fool, straight up. The Fool, straight up. Adventure, innocent, free spirit, spontaneously, self-confidence, carelessly, immaturity, originality, youth, and travel. Okay, the Fool obviously sees that it's time to start a new experience by what has been revealed the night of the party. The Fool has decided it's time to move on. It's time to move on with whatever the plan is. It's time to move on. Okay, our next card. Page of Pentacles. up straight. Opportunity to increase income, financial proposals, new challenges, someone you can count on, negotiation, goal setting, solid beginnings, and open-minded. So see, there shows where Nancy went to her attorney, came home feeling good from her attorney, as the card said, looking for a new beginning, even an opportunity to increase her financial income, and a challenge with people she could count on, setting goals, and beginning open-minded. Yep, there you go right there. All right, we have the Hermit upside down. Immaturity, vices, darkness, stubbornness, betrayal, deceit, hidden enemies, excessively shy, unsociable. So right here we have as that night, after leaving her attorney and celebrating her birthday, and before the birthday party could end, we have some people that was immature, darkness in them, stubbornness, betrayal, deceit, hidden enemies, excessively shy, and unsociable. So who could that be? Okay, we have the Page of Swords straight up. Unconcerned about the feelings of others, delayed news, diligence, inspiration, planning, necessary, patience, and protection. Intellectual development. So we have unconcerned about the feelings of others, delayed news. So right here, you could either read this either way. They was either unconcerned about the feelings that Nancy came to the party with after seeing her attorney. She was inspired of planning. She was patient and making necessary protection on her finances. Okay. All right, we have the Six of Swords upside down. Stagnation, unfavorable results, intellectual pride, sadness, does not allow to see clarity. So right here, she didn't get the results that Nancy wanted. She was hopeful. She had went to an attorney. She was having birthday dinner with their family, a reunion, supposed to be a happiness. And obviously, when she gave the news of what her intentions was, everything changed. She got unfavorable results from their answers to what she was going to do. The Sun upside down, pretense, arrogance, conceit, loss, commitment or job, unrealistic expectations, groping in the dark, disannoyed. Okay, I'll say it in a minute. In other words, she wasn't, later on in that night, after the family, or friends that was there, the pretense of arrogance, conceit, and loss of commitment, plus the job of caretaking, unrealistic expectations, grouping in the dark, disoriented. In other words, I feel like, let me get these up and get you closer. In other words, what little bit I did here, and I'm learning, and y'all have some patience. I probably need to practice, but I really didn't want to practice. I didn't want to bring in any anything that was practiced. I wanted it to be fresh. But the way it looks to the cards, uh, there was somewhat some mental abuse going on that week that caused Nancy to go to her attorney. And obviously, what it looks like is that Nancy was getting ready to make a big change, even possibly getting rid of her home and moving on to a better, brighter place, which could have been, we don't know. Maybe we can continue reading this and find out. But when she left her attorney, during that week, obviously opened Nancy's feelings up to what's happening? What are they doing? Why are they treating me this way? What are they after? We can't answer that right yet. Maybe later on the cards will show us, or the truth will come out and show us. But obviously, she got a push that it's time to move on, like some of us has in our life. We see that the situation we're in is not where we need to stay. And at 84 years old, I can imagine what it felt like to be mistreated. And obviously, something that week had upset her, by what the cards are saying, upset her and caused her to go to this attorney and make a big change. As we see, that wasn't able to happen because they took her before she could finalize the things that him and her had talked to. And according to the cards, she was happy when she left. She was expecting to go to the party. And we can go to a party and we can be happy, but it's not happy with the situation there. It's happy that we've made a decision in our life that's going to change our life, and we don't have to do any physical or mental abuse anymore. We don't have to. Hey, CYNW, I see you're on here. I just seen it. Yeah, I've got to get all this straightened out. Seeing I got to get it straightened out. I'm on a smaller type laptop, so I think I'm probably going to have to purchase me a bigger one, but I didn't want to go into purchasing anything until till I see if I can do this. But according to what me just starting, according to the questions I asked in the cards, it looked like the week before Nancy was taken, that Nancy had got tired of everything, and that she was going to an attorney and had changed her mind of what she had been doing. She'd seen she'd been used, fooled, abused, and when she left her attorney, she was happy. Obviously, they made decisions about the house and everything, and she went with feeling happy that this was done. But before the party was over with, I don't think it turned out to be, as according to the cards, as good for them. A&T and whoever else was at the party, it wasn't as good news for them. But have a blessed night. I hope this worked out. Send, let everybody know, and I will at the end of the week. I'm going to try to make the name a little bit shorter so I can be found. It's making me wait 5 more days, but I hope you enjoyed it. I'm glad you came on, Sin. You said you would, and I always love seeing you on Anna's show. But have a good night. Love you guys. Be blessed.